If he's going straight to Ryudo Temple after school, then he'll have to pass by here.
I've gone ahead and set up a barrier around this whole area just to be safe. If we get spotted, the game's up. But if this turns into a fight, it'll be completely soundproofed.
Listen, Tosaka. Do you really think Mr. Kuzuki has what it takes to be the master at Ryudo Temple?
Well, after tonight, we'll know for sure.
Shh.
It deflected off him. Teleportation.
I believe I warned you this might happen, Master Soichiro. I told you you should remain at Ryudo Temple just in case something like this should occur.
I would argue the opposite, that our prey finally took the bait.
That's true. However, our catch tonight doesn't appear to be very big, does it? All right, come on out, my foolish little Magus.
Okay, Saber, time to get ready. Shiro, wait for the signal.
Trace on.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, I see that you catch on quickly, young man.
Emiya and Tosaka, is it? Well, it's not just Mata who's a Magus now, but these two as well. You may be masters, but I don't envy your lot in life.
Kuzuki, what kind of control does Caster have over you right now?
What makes you ask me that question, Emi? There must be a reason behind it. Tell me.
I may be wrong, but you're just a human, right? Not a Magus. And if that's the case, then I thought you might not be aware of what Caster is really up to.
And what exactly is Caster up to?
She set up shop at Ryudo Temple and is collecting mana from people in town. She's the one behind all of those mass comas that have been happening. If she isn't stopped, it's only a matter of time before someone actually dies.
I see. So what's the problem, Emiya?
You're joking, right?
The only issue I have is the way Caster's going about doing it. Instead of taking half their lives, it would be more efficient if she took all of it at once.
Are you telling me that you don't care if innocent people die because of this?
Not one bit. If you feel the need to label it, then I suppose it's evil. But I honestly don't care how many innocent people die to get what I want.
Kuzuki, what kind of a monster are you?
It's true. I'm not a Magus. I have no interest in these ridiculous Grail Wars. I'm the kind of merciless killer that you'd find rotting in the dark corners of society.
If that's true, then you should have no qualms with dying here. Right, Caster's master? Impossible.
Caster, enhance my fists.
As you wish.
I'm impressed you dodged that. Was it your swift intuition, or rather your dynamic visual acuity?
Saber!
How is this even possible?
Most assume that a master's role is nothing more than rear support. But there's always an exception to every rule. For certain masters, their only asset is the ability to take an active role in the fighting. Caster, I clearly recall asking you to kill all the other masters.
My apologies, Master Soichiro. However, if you don't mind, I would very much like to deal the final blow to Saber, leaving the other two masters for you.
As you wish. It doesn't matter how good a Magus is. Interrupt them mid-incantation and they are rendered helpless.
You bastard! They're gonna kill us. If I don't stop him, I'm dead. And not just me, but Tosaka and Saber too. A weapon. I need a really good weapon. That's right. Just like the ones he used.
Visualize something that will allow you to defeat him. That is the only skill you have.
Trace on! Don't double check it. Just create it. Visualize it and make it real. Tell yourself there's no difference between reinforcement and duplication. Hurry up. It's not just my life that's at stake here.
Kancho, Bakuya, how did you...
I'm the one that you must deal with!
Just stop. Listen, what do you say we cease this barbaric fighting and you all join forces with us instead?
Don't be ridiculous!
Just what is it that you propose?
Your objective, like ours, is to obtain the Holy Grail, correct? If that's the case, why are... I know how to call forward the Grail without having to kill each other.
You can do that?
I have figured out how the Holy Grail works. If you agree to cooperate, I will gladly share the blessings of the Holy Grail with you all.
And just how do you intend on getting your hands on the Holy Grail?
This area is endowed with a spiritual ley line powerful enough to call down the Grail. All we're missing is something with enough mana to act as the key component in summoning the Grail. Once we have that, the power of the Grail will be ours.
Yes, that's fine in theory, but just how many souls are you willing to burn through, Castor, in order to attain the massive amount of mana this little scheme of yours will require?
What?
Let me think. To simply summon the Grail, I would probably need the souls of every person in this city to achieve that, but that still won't be enough to keep it working indefinitely. But there are far too many humans in this world as it is. I'm sure I could always find more. There's plenty of logs to throw on the fire, if you know what I mean.
Logs for the fire.
One more question. This key component you need to summon the Grail. That person would have to be a Magus, wouldn't they? The only ones who can touch the Holy Grail are servants, but the only ones who can summon it are masters who are also Magi. Unfortunately, that master of yours isn't part of the Magi, so to attain the Grail you had to find a substitute, didn't you?
What are you talking about? A substitute for what?
To sacrifice. That woman is trying to offer a Magus as a human sacrifice for the Holy Grail.
Human sacrifice is such an ugly way of putting it. I will simply use a master as a means to ignite the mana. Most likely, the Magus won't be able to withstand the power and will implode the instant the Grail is called down. It's truly the ultimate sacrifice. So then, you're all going to die regardless. But shouldn't one of you be big enough to sacrifice themselves so another's wish may be granted?
Shiro, Rin, don't listen to a word she says.
No, of course not.
Oh, well, what a pity. But fortunately for me, there's still another suitable Magus besides the two of you.
Who else could there be?
She wouldn't. She plans to go after Elia. Saber, you have to get home.
Right! Sakura!
Saber.
It's all right. I'm here. Sakura!
You got careless, Saber. This is my noble phantasm. It negates all other sorcery. Rule breaker.
Just what exactly does that mean?
This girl's mana levels weren't strong enough for me to wipe out the pact you have with your master. But I was able to take away your trump card. I'm afraid you'll no longer be able to use that special sword of yours.
What?
What happened? Are you okay?
It's Sakura. Castor has...
Sakura!
This girl will be the perfect sacrifice to call forth the Grail. She's full of latent magic circuits. If you two think you can save her, then meet me at my temple.
Sakura! Sakura!